that's helping shuttle me up to Fontana Dam. Yeah, you heard that right. It's time to start the Smokies. And it has been snowing. It is almost April, but it's definitely snowing. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Probably going to be cold. We're stuck in traffic. We've almost got an inch of snow here on the ground just outside of Asheville. Well, out here on Fontana Dam again. Hey, Dad. His first time really up here. Got payday out behind me. Hiking up. Can't find the box to drop the permit in. Having a real hard time finding it, so I'm hoping that it's up here as we're entering into the park. Used to be back at the visitor center. A lot of road walking here at the beginning of the entrance of the Smokies. Here we go, Appalachian Trail. Mully's Ridge Shelter, 9.9. That'll be a nice kind of place to figure out where I am. Sorry, you're in the sun. There we go. I'll be backlit for you. And I'm thinking, excellent. Permit box. Perfect. We got Smokies Ridge Fire Tower up there. I'm here at the spring. I'm gonna get water right there. Eating some trail mix. So hour, 15 minutes to do 3.5 miles. I'm not complaining. That's all uphill. I've been able to see the fire tower, and definitely hoping to get to that soon. My back is wet from sweat. I'm not even sure. I'm gonna walk you over here. I want you to see my pack. Because there's so much snow on the ground, I really gotta be careful about sweating. Temperatures are cold. Can you all see the difference? Sweat. Yeah, so gotta try to be careful. Passed a couple of people, mostly section hikers, not unlike myself. I am pushing kind of like a through hiker this time, trying to act like one as best as possible. One thing I was reading, I didn't bring my bear canister this trip because I have to even hang my bag because apparently bears have started to see that packs could potentially be a source of food. Don't want any of that. Snow is beautiful. When it's just on the edge of being muddy like this because of the temperature, then it's annoying. See you at Shuck Stack. This is beautiful. Look at this. Incredible. Incredible. Yeah, I think that's Mount LeConte, that direction. I think. Shuck Stack's up there. I'm gonna go around this little bluff. Kind of nice. Opened up, got into the sun a little bit, warming up. It's nice. Well, just met a couple of cool guys up here. Heading, doing some camping. Some on the AT, some off. Made it to Smokies Ridge Fire Tower. It's just at noon. I think I need to fix the clock on this thing because and that whole time change thing. For some reason we do daylight savings time and I think it's nonsense. It's probably gonna be cold. Man, Thunderfoot, good old Harlan. Man, I miss you. Hadn't heard from you in quite some time. I remember that time you and I came up here. Just loved it. Did some slack packing. That was a real fun trip. Woo-hoo. Well, protecting from some of the wind, but not all of it. There's a window right there. Oh, all right. So, let's see. I think Clingmans up that way. Here's the AT. You can just barely see it. Winding its way through. That looks like fun.
You can hear it too.
All right, listen.
Listen to that sound. Oh yeah, all the ice on the... Wow.
Can you see that? It shines.
It's cold out. Made it to the Russell Field shelter. Eating some soupy, unstuffed poppin' peppers with extra sharp cheddar cheese. It's really good. I'm gonna be heading to bed soon, but the sun's still out. It's weird. I haven't made it to the shelter this early, and I don't know how long. Tired. I'm cold. I was underprepared for this trip. It's supposed to be in the teens tonight. I don't know how that's gonna work. Way too much snow. Way more snow than I was expecting. Feet are still freezing. I can hardly feel them. I'm really looking forward to getting in and have my hot water bottle that's already pre-warming my sleeping bag warm up my feet. I was underprepared for the amount of snow that I found higher up. It took me over 45 minutes to regain feeling in my toes once in the hammock, even with the hot water bottle. With my gear moist and colder temperatures coming, I have to rethink my original plan. So it's about 5:30 in the morning. It was definitely in the teens last night. I had to wear everything that I had to stay warm. Got a lot of ice built up in here to just protect me from the wind. I mean, I got ice here. It's all over my gear. Actually pulling out here pretty soon. I'm gonna make it over to the halfway point, at least Clingmans Dome, maybe Newfound Gap. My gear's wet. If it's gonna be wet and cold again, it's not gonna be very helpful to me. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I still hadn't changed the time on this on the camera. I know I need to do that, but I'm trying to get a good early start. I was in the teens last night. My one water bottle froze completely solid. Soft water bottle I've turned upside down so the cap doesn't freeze. I'm hoping that me moving back and forth will at least help keep that from freezing too much. I was prepared to get down to probably about 20, I don't know, 25, 20 maybe. Ended up being somewhere closer to 15. It was a good 10. Whew, that was a good 10 degrees colder than my expectation. Figured I'd be all right at least for one night, but there's a whole lot of condensation, whole lot of breath. I was super wet breather last night. I think a lot of that's just because of how sick I've been recently. Sun's trying to just barely tinge the sky orange. I'm heading east. As of right now, my plan is to exit at either Clingmans Dome or Newfound Gap. Just depends. Gonna have my wife come pick me up. This is a nice little overnight. I was hoping for more, but with wet gear that's frozen, I don't know. You know, it's always important to plan accordingly, and I think I was a little underprepared. I've been the emphasis of this trip, I'm pretty sure, is humility. Really rather lovely. This is gorgeous out here. Hiking in the snow. Got the sun starting to come up behind me. It's not quite, almost 7 o'clock, I think. Just been trying to enjoy myself. I've already turned off my headlamp because there's just enough light to hike with. Oh. I don't like being sick. Probably wasn't the wisest to come out while I was sick, but I wanted to give it a try. I was hoping 2 weeks after my sickness it would have been all healed up. I guess not. Nice thing about walking this time of day, not only is the lack of other people, I suppose. The ground's still crunchy, it's not mud yet. I think the mud is what really gave me some trouble, the mud and all the snow. Some of these areas are almost 6 inches of snow. Other areas bald, like you can see here where the sun probably melted it out. Other areas only about 1 or 2. But slogging through it's not the most fun. Wow. Taking a little side trip just for a second. See a little bit of Fontana way down there. I have no idea. I think that mountain right out there, I'm pretty sure that's Shuckstack because I see a fire tower on top of it, just barely. So that means we crawled up, came up all over all of this, and came all around. Oh, it is cold up here, but it is beautiful. Look. Oh, wow. About to go up and over Rocky Top and Thunderhead Mountain. I've regained some feeling in my feet. That's nice. Hands are getting numb because of the wind. So I got these homemade mittens with a Cuban fiber outer coat to help block the wind. I gotta put that back on. It's cold. Been listening to scripture on audiobook, and that's been really nice to walk to since there's nobody else around. Rocky Top. The trail is so muddy. You know, you just kind of have to plod through, and then it turns back into this stuff again. Up at Siler's Bald. That's looking back southbound, or I guess more west. My coughing's been getting worse throughout the day. I called my wife not too long ago. Asked her to come pick me up. I'm having trouble breathing, but I'll be all right. It's been a really good trip so far. Other than my feet slopping through mud and being cold and stuff. You can kind of see through the trees. Clingmans Dome, right over there. I'll be there hopefully in about 2 hours. Normally it wouldn't take that long, but I'm going slow today. I'm going real slow. Sailor's Bald. We're going down this way. Real good view of the dome. Means we gotta go down just to go back up. Oh boy. It's pretty cool, kind of walking along this ridge. And it's pretty sure that that's Mount LeConte, pretty sure. Gatlinburg down that way. It's kind of nice. Every once in a while you get reasonably dry patches, and then you get more snow. Yeah, so at least we're not having to walk downhill as much as I thought was going to have to happen. I think this is my favorite kind of location to hike through. This boreal forest stuff is just lovely. All right, I'm about 2.9 miles from Clingmans Dome. I was getting nervous there for a while. I hadn't come to the shelter. The time it took me to get there, it's like I've got to have been here already. Must have passed it or I'm not on the AT. I was on the AT. I don't know. I think my mileage was off. Let's go see Clingmans Dome on such a beautiful blue sky day. Got the moon kind of hovering. I think that's Mount Buckley, and then Clingmans is just on the other side. Well, made it to Clingmans Dome, and it is icy and soupy this whole time. 199.1 miles from Springer Mountain. I'm so close to 200, it's not even funny. This is the clearest day I've ever seen at Clingmans. Oh. Woo. This junk's slippery. Good thing I have a hiking pole.
Okay, so
There's Fontana Lake, right down there. Came up and over all of this mess earlier. Rocky Top Mountain and such. My lovely wife offering us a ride. Got Finn, who was it's his second through hike. Getting him back down to Gatlinburg. So we leapfrog back and forth today. Dude's a beast. Can't put it any other way.
I made the right call to come off. When I got home, there was still ice in my gear. And after a wind gust blew my mitts off the side of a mountain while I was filming, I ended up getting frostbite on my fingertips. My pinkies still don't have full feeling, and that might never come back. What will come back is me, so stay tuned.